something borrowed, something blue, and definitely something new. Let's talk about Pose. Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to KRSTV. This is your boy Kenny. Now remember, subscribe to my channel and click that bell so you can get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, follow all the information I have in the description box as well as the comment section. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. Now, before I get started with this review, let me send a special shout out to Metro Health DC. If you are in the DMV area and you're looking for quality health care, reach out to us at Metro Health DC today. The number is in the description box in the comment section, and also the link to Metro Health DC's YouTube channel is also there as well. Also, let me send a shout out to GMHC, which is Gay Men's Health Collaborative. If you are in the DMV area and you're looking to get tested for HIV, reach out to the GMHC crew for a home testing kit. You can have the kit mailed to you, or you can call and make a same-day appointment and come to our location to pick one up. And if you're interested in getting set up for PrEP, which is HIV prevention medication, reach out to the GMHC crew for that as well. Also, if you're a fan of your boy at KRSTV and would like to become one of my Black Diamonds, subscribe to my Patreon today. Black Diamonds, because in darkness, we still shine. For $5 a month, you get all of my YouTube content, as well as videos that'll be specific for the Black Diamonds, and some of those videos I will share on YouTube to give everyone an idea of what the Black Diamonds is all about. Also, check out my YouTube partner, BK WorldTube, which is the Black Netflix. You get shows like The Oval, as well as the Black Ink Crew. So after you watch this review, check out that link in my description box and comment section to check out BK WorldTube. Now, this is Pose Season 3, Episode 5, and the name of this episode is Something Borrowed, Something Blue. But also something new was revealed in this episode as well. This episode was everything. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I even watched it twice, y'all, because I truly enjoyed this episode. So, let me begin. The episode starts off with Miss Elektra. She is now a rich bitch. You see her buying out this condo. She's shopping at Bergdorf and Goodman. You know, that's the store where Halston got his start making hats. I'm also gonna be reviewing Halston, the series on Netflix too. So be on the lookout for that as well. We even see that she even has Basquiat on the wall. So she is living her best life. But we find out how she has come up so fast, because we know that she runs her own phone sex operation, but she got a little help, y'all. We see her meet with Miss Orlando. Remember, Miss Orlando was the one that helped her with that dead body that pretty much when the guy died on her at the Hellfire, Miss Orlando was the one that helped her out. And also, Miss Orlando was known to be giving them botched injections. Remember what happened in Candy in Season 1. But we see Miss Orlando is fucking done. You can tell that she's had a facelift. She has fineries. And Elektra was clocking her. She was like, how the hell you come up so quick? I see the facelift. I saw that outfit at Barney's last week, and I can tell those that manicure cost you $75. How you come up so quick? She lets her know that she's been working with the mob, and now she has top of the line, products that she now so she's now legit. And she says that, yeah, I'm now top of the line. I now have money, and I got me a man like Marlon Brando that comes by and takes care of me, honey. So she's like, would you like me to introduce you? We see that she introduces Elektra to the mob. And they run an operation where, that's organized crime. And one thing they do is that they keep the police at bay, but as a favor, they they use your business as a way for them to clean their money. And pretty much that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to be doing with Elektra, using her phone sex operation as a way for them to clean their dirty money. So we see that Miss Elektra has now lived it up. She's got this new place. We see that the house, the house is there. They all eating it up, having a good time. And then we see that she even got her a new piece named Mr. Chocolate. And Mr. Chocolate is just muzzle bound, baby. And he's just eating a storm like, whatever you say, Miss Elektra. She's like, you damn Skippy. So the episode started off, Miss Elektra has literally hit upscale. Then we see that Angel and Papi discuss, their wedding and everything, and that she wants a wedding in winter, and they say they want to do something small but intimate. Then we see Blanca. Pretty much Blanca's furniture has literally been taken out, and Miss Elektra gave her an upgrade. But we see that Blanca feels some kind of way, and that damn Elektra was like, I know you are not in your feelings about that flea-infested furniture that got taken up out of here. You're my daughter, so therefore there's some needed upgrades. She got her, a new furniture set, new stereo system, a new table, new dishes, and everything. So now Blanca, has now got some upgrades in her apartment. And while they're all eating, we see that Lulu's there. So Lulu is now back, and of course, so of course Lulu's like, so you giving this for Blanca? What you gonna give me? Miss Elektra's like, a trip to rehab. And of course, Lulu's like, I'm getting sick and tired of your put downs and all of this shit. But she says that, look, you need to get your life together. And she says, I have. Lulu says that she has a job, and she's dating this guy who's a bouncer at the strip club. And she was like, did you doing those drugs kill your common sense? Like, Elektra can't help it. But, Blanca's like, look, we're here to support you, Lulu. So, and also while they're having this conversation, of course, also, Angel was like, well, what you gonna give me? And while in this conversation, she shares that her and Papi plan to get married. And they were gonna have a intimate wedding at City Hall. Oh, Miss Elektra's like, oh no, you have an opportunity to actually walk down the aisle to marry the man you love. This should be over the top. Let me give you your dream wedding. I pay for the gown and everything. It's not a problem. I want you to have the best wedding ever. Oh, she goes to tell Papi about it. Papi feels some kind of way because that Latin machismo comes in. He's like, what? Now what I got to offer ain't good enough now? Like, all of a sudden now Elektra wants to just come in and just take over? And Angel put a foot down, was like, look, I want the best. I am the bride, and I want top of the line. So that's what we're going with. Next thing you know, we see Papi down at Elektra's office, and he is going off on her. Talking about something, you just can't come up in here like Cap and save a hoe, and then trying to make me look bad as a man and all that. But Elektra, and Blanca was there too. Elektra got him all the way together and let him know this is a huge thing, because most of the girls like Angel, we have a wedding category at the ball. And he's like, yeah, so who cares about the ball? She was like, oh, no. Most of the girls who walk that category will never experience that in their real life, because the ball was a safe space where you can live out the American dream, the American dream that you're being deprived of because of your sexuality as well as your race. So she said that this is an opportunity for her to be one of the girls to actually walk down the aisle and marry the man that she loves. So I want to give her that, because most of the girls in the ballroom will never experience that. So if we can show that this is possible, then other girls can see that this is possible for them as well. So Papi began to come around, and she was like, look, if it makes you feel any better, you can pay for the rice and some other things. He's like, yeah, that's cool. And he apologizes, and they hug, and she tells him, yes, I want to thank you for loving that girl the way that you do. Now get out of my office. It's like, that's the thing about Elektra. Elektra does have a heart, but she's tough as nails, and she can't get too soft with you. Eventually that hardcore comes out. So then we see that Elektra and the girls go to this shopping for the wedding dress. And it's this very posh place. There's a guy named Dominic who pretty much is the host, and we see that Angel is trying on all these different type of dresses, and they're literally getting their life. They sipping champagne, and they're just living it. And finally, Angel found the dress that is right for her, a dress that accentuates her curves, and it just looked beautiful, which is why I made it the thumbnail for this video. So Dominic was like, this is a perfect choice. Let me tell the owner, about this, and he's gonna meet you guys personally. And let's remind you, this is upscale. This is an upscale wedding store, and as I said, Miss Elektra is coinked up, so she can afford it. Oh, tell me why the damn owner, whose name was Mr. Smith, he was this judgmental, nasty pig. And pretty much, he's like, what the hell is this? And she was like, and at first Elektra was like, look, you don't have to like us. Just take our money. I got a Black American Express card. Just charge it and we'll be on our way. He's like, I'm not selling you anything. And he was, and he's like, and then pretty much, Blanca's like, we are women. He was like, well, first he was like, well, this store, it sells dresses to women. And Blanca was like, we are women. He's like, real women. I'm like, oh, here he go with the bullshit. And pretty much, Elektra again was like, look, you don't gotta like us. I don't give a damn about that, but take this money so we can be on our way. He's like, I wouldn't take your money even if you had $1 million in gold. These artists have created these dresses, not to be paraded like some damn freak show. Oh, that was the button. And we literally had a replay of Elektra last season where, clear your throat, lubricate, read that bitch. She juggled down that damn champagne and pretty much gave him back the glass. She was like, from the looks of you, you're married. But clearly you haven't been intimate in some time. And rightfully, your wife would refuse you when your balls dragged on the floor after you take off your tighty whities. I was like, oh shit. And then she's like, first of all, who the hell would get turned off by a man like you when you're not even tall enough to ride the cycle at Coney Island? And the closest thing you've gotten to a vagina would be at your birth. So And she's like, and for me, I've had my share of men, and I'm gonna let you know right now, when it comes to men, I'm not looking at one right now. You haven't seen the last of me. And all the girls leave, and of course Angel's like, what's going on? Because Angel was getting changed, and she's like, don't worry, we this ain't the place for us. We can go to something far better than this. Let's go. And then Mr. Smith turns to Dominic and was like, go help the next customer. Dominic was like, you do it, I quit. I literally cheered at that moment, because Dominic literally saw how these women were being, not only disrespected, but literally judged and discriminated against just for them being who they are. And him being a gay man was not going to stand for that. So that was a message to all of us, that we need to stand up for our trans women. That we need to be on the front lines, making sure that these women are protected, that they're no longer abused or brutalized, nor killed. So when he decided to quit his job after he saw that, I literally clapped. It literally moved me to tears almost, because it was like, this is what we need to do. And there are a lot of us that do that, but we need to do more of that, to show that we are united. The trans women are just as much vital to this community as we are, and we need to stand together because they are our sisters. So I really celebrated Dominic for doing that. Then we see Papi is at work, and he has a meeting from this girl named Yamina. Yamina is the sister of this girl named Marisol, who was Papi's ex-girlfriend. We come to find out that she was a drug addict, and she died or whatever. And Papi was really sad to hear this news, because he tried to help her, but then Yamina was like, look, it wouldn't have mattered any damn way, because she made her choice. We all tried to help. And then Yamina also mentions that she was a former drug addict too, but she got herself together, but it was a struggle. And she said that Marisol just could not break out of that, and she ended up dying of a drug overdose. So he was like, yeah, I'm really starting to hear that, but I got to go back to work. And Yamina was like, there's more. I could have told you that over the phone. The reason why I came, because she literally came to the agency to find Papi. He lets her know that he's about to get engaged, and he points to a picture of Angel on the wall, and she was like, I see you still have a type. So pretty much she lets it be known. You think I just came here just to tell you that Marisol died? I could have told you that over the phone. She left something behind that belongs to you, a son. His name is Esteban Jr. And Papi at first was like, nah, man, I wrap my shit up every time. She was like, one thing I will say about my sister, she wasn't loose. So, yeah, you were the only man she was dealing with, and he's your son. Then we see that he says he wants to meet him. So, Yamina takes him to meet, Pito. That's his nickname, Pito. And we see he's watching Power Rangers, and I was like, man, that took me back. Me and my brother used to watch Power Rangers religiously as kids. So, go Power Rangers! So he's watching Power Rangers and playing with Legos, and we see that Papi actually sits next to him, and he asks him what's he doing. He said, I'm building Legos. I'm building a house for my mommy in heaven so that she will be safe. And he's like, can I help you? And he's like, yeah, but we got to keep it a secret because mommy doesn't like for me to talk to strangers. And that just broke Papi down. And he was like, well, to tell you the truth, I'm not a stranger. I knew your mom, and I know your auntie, and so I'm not a stranger. And he says, you can call me Papi if you want. And then Papi just broke down, and then like little Pito just hugged him. So we literally saw him meet his son for the first time, and that father and son bond was instantly there. So that was interesting, because I'm like, what is Angel gonna say about this? Because right now Angel is on a high. So then we get a scene with Elektra and Mr. Chocolate. Mr. Chocolate is literally, eating, he's like eating, I think liverwurst and crackers all up in her bed. Just a typical Negro trade. So pretty much she lets him know that, once you finish your snack, get your stuff and get up out of here, because I've kind of outgrown this relationship, and literally I would rather talk to a brick wall than have a conversation with you. And then this fool was like, you used me! Isn't that what you trade dudes do? Come on, we all know. I mean, as far as the girls and the boys, trade are the type that they look good, they are fit, they're muscular, they're sexy as hell, and they literally come with very big baseball bats, but once they hit that home run, they off to another game. And it so happens he got a nerve in his feelings because Elektra played a bigger game. Like, no, boo-boo, I used you to get me off, but clearly you have nothing else going for you, so dismissed. And pretty much we find out that the guys in the mob, they're named Marco and Vincent. They're there to meet with her, and she tells them, I'll be there in a half an hour. And she tells her butler, make sure you frisk him to make sure no jewelry or silverware leaves with this fool. But as soon as he stood up, I was like, oh damn, Mr. Chocolate is sexy now. But that's the ones that be getting you, honey. They look good, but they got a totally hidden agenda. So that's why we always tell you, be careful with the trade. But it was cool to see Elektra flip the game on the trade. So then we see that she meets with Marco and Vincent. They let her know that the business is doing well and they're now expanding to Canada. So that's more money coming in. But then she decides to share with them, me and my girls were disrespected at this wedding shop, and I want this situation handled. And then they were like, well, we can kind of scare him a little bit, rough him up. And she's like, oh no, I don't want any violence. I just want you to go in and take every damn dress out of his store. And she says, personally, I would do it myself, but now that I'm a successful businesswoman, I can't afford to get my hands dirty. So yeah, and some of those dresses you can use for some of your high-end clients, because I know some of your high-end clients got daughters. So I was like, and then Vincent was like, man, are you sure you're not Italian? Because you would make a hell of a boss. And she's like, I know that's right. I was like, Miss Elektra is finally in her element. She is large and in charge, and she's literally, writing the rules and playing the game like no other. So I was like, yeah, that serves Mr. Smith right with his old punk ass. So then they also, her and the girls, Lulu, Angel and Blanca, they have a spa day. She literally bought the whole damn thing out, and they were literally getting pampered. Then they have a bridal dinner. And then a part of the bridal thing, because all the girls from the ballroom were there at this bridal dinner. And then all of a sudden, all of these wedding dresses came in, and she's like, yes, each girl gets a wedding dress. So therefore, it's like, not only is it a celebration for Angel getting married, but it's also a celebration for the girls that they can be a part of it, and they get to wear wedding dresses at the wedding too. So all of a sudden, she gives them all the wedding dresses, and then we see how the mob broke in and literally had Mr. Smith on the ground, and he's like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's what you get, you punk bitch. See, that's what happens when you fuck with people. She said you ain't seen the last of her, and she literally cleaned out your whole damn store. Every damn dress in that bitch, she got in her possession. So after all the girls get their dresses, she's like, oh yes, and it's not over. Strippers, honey. They pretty much got 3 strippers, and they are literally getting their life. And trust and believe, baby, I'm a man that loves me some good eye candy, so I was getting my life with that, especially the chocolate one. I was like, damn. And then you got one of them that danced on Angel, and it was everything. So the girls, money was raining up in there, and they were getting their life. Then Angel finally comes home. We see that Papi been smoking and drinking because he's probably just reeling with the fact, I just found out that I got a 5-year-old son, and how is my fiance gonna take this situation? So he pretty much confronts her and tells her about Beto, and you know, she's pretty much saying that, look, I'm working on my sobriety. You know, I'm just getting myself on my feet. I can't be a mother right now. But he lets it be known that, look, you know, he's my son and I want him to come stay with us. He doesn't have anybody. You know, I want him to come live with us. And pretty much he was like, haven't I always been there for you? He literally gets on his knees and begs her, like, I need you to be here for me now, Angel. I really need you to be here for me. And she's just like, I can't. And she just gets so bothered that she literally puts on her coat and she leaves. And we see that Papi just breaks down crying on his knees. And I'm like, damn, Angel. I mean, he did make a point. He's been there for you through thick and thin. And now it's your turn to do the same thing. Because that's what marriage is all about. It's all about give and take. And it's all about the good and the bad. You know, you got to take the good as well as the bad. And even though this is not a bad situation, but it is a disruptance to their life that they've had up to this point. But I really hope Angel comes around, because Beto is a cute kid. And I think, you know, Angel would make a great mother because she was raised by good mothers, you know, Elektra and Blanca. So I just think that, you know, Angel really needs to, because, you know, Angel was just having the time of her life. You know, it's all about me, and then now you're making it about this kid that just so happened that you just so happened to just find out about. So I can see why she has resistance, but Angel, you're gonna have to put on your big girl panties now, because to marry that man, you also have to marry his son. I mean, you can't expect him to choose between you and his son. No real woman would do that. So you really have to get with the fact that you love Papi with all your heart. You also have to love his son, because his son needs a family. And you know, he needs Papi, but then Beto also needs Angel too. So hopefully Angel will come to terms with the fact that if she wants this wedding, she's gonna have to accept Beto. But that's what I have, y'all. If I missed anything, get down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. So until next time, everybody, take care.